Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is a fan favorite anime for good reason, but, for those who have already watched it multiple times, there are these other amazing series. Cowboy Bebop is one of the best anime series based on manga ever made, according to fans and critics. A space western at its core, Cowboy Bebop follows the adventures of Spike Spiegel, Faye Valentine, Jet Black, Ed, Edward Wong Hauptpelutai Rusky 4, and I'm the Dog. They're a ragtag crew of bounty hunters, all of whom are on the run from their past demons. The series is an action-packed jazzy romp featuring beautiful animation, action, a nostalgia-laden soundtrack, and loads of action and adventure as the crew of the Bebop track down the solar system's most dangerous criminals. It has not only been praised for its originality, but it's also still one of the best anime series to start with for those who want to get into the ever-expanding world of anime. Trigun. Trigun is primarily about bounty hunters, but it's also a Western genre-bending story and has loads of comedy. The series tells the story of Vash, a man with the $60 million bounty on his head. Vash is the kind of person that enjoys flattening entire cities for fun, which makes it notably difficult for him to visit any place without being shot at. Trigun is similar in many ways to Cowboy Bebop, but it is different in that it takes the Western theme further, featuring the classic cowboy-looking bounty hunters in the form of two insurance agents who are hot the main character's heels. Space Dandy. One surefire way to describe this zany anime show is to call it the light-hearted version of Cowboy Bebop. Space Dandy is packed with adventure, fast-paced action, and bucket loads of laughs. Space Dandy is set in the far future and tells the tales of Dandy, the space hunter. Dandy's freelance job is to search for undiscovered alien life forms. This means Dandy visits the furthest corners of the universe in search of unknown life-capable planets in his efforts to document new alien species. Bungo Stray Dogs. Bungo Stray Dogs is a series that has a lot of the film noir feel that fans like in Cowboy Bebop. There's more comedy involved, but the plot focuses on individual characters and their personal stories, which is another key feature of the genre. It's also told in a one-shot style with limited serialized elements, a bit like Cowboy Bebop, which means viewers don't necessarily have to watch the episodes of Bungo Stray Dogs in any particular order. Michiko Hatchin, sometimes known as Finding Paradise in the West, is a 2008 anime series that takes many stylistic cues from Cowboy Bebop. The plot follows the two titular characters set initially implied to be a mother and daughter who are on the run following a prison break. A tale of intrigue and danger at the fringes of society, Michiko Hatchin is, in some ways, a revised version of Cowboy Bebop. Interestingly enough, Cowboy Bebop's director signed on to produce music for Michiko Hatchin, strengthening the link between the two series. Samurai Champloo. Set during an alternate version of the Edo period, Samurai Champloo follows the journey of three strange individuals, Fu, Mugen, and Jin. After Fu, a young girl, saves the other two from certain death by execution, she convinces Jin and Mugen to help locate a mysterious samurai who smells of sunflowers. Samurai Champloo is directed by Shinichiro Watanabe, who also directed Cowboy Bebop, and the characters and the subtle undercurrent that follows the characters through both plots are similar. Much like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo is also a character-driven story, with each episode revealing more about each. Another notable aspect that both shows share is the soundtrack-driven action and style which is carried through the music. Cowboy Bebop features jazz and blues, while Champloo is on point with its hip-hop and lo-fi sound. The characters in both shows are driven by a constant need for money and food. Outlaw Star is another anime featuring bounty hunters, namely Gene Starwind and Jim Hawking. The two bounty hunters spend their days performing all sorts of odd jobs on their planet of Sentinel-3. All of this changes, however, when a mysterious woman named Hilda recruits the two as bodyguards. As is often the case in these kinds of comedic adventure anime, in no time the pair are in a world of trouble, including being wanted by the cops, pirates, angry aliens, other bounty hunters, and a mysterious assassin. The only thing they do have going for them is their ship, the Outlaw Star, the galaxy's most advanced spacecraft. Black Lagoon. What makes Cowboy Bebop unique is that the story behind each of its characters commonly revolves around a dark personal tragedy. In the same vein as silver screen hits like Fight Club or 2019's Joker, the characters featured in the series are anti-heroes, morally questionable people with just enough humanity to make them oddly endearing. The same careful, considered character development and an underlying feeling of darkness are to be found in Black Lagoon. The series boasts an equally interesting and dark story. It's about Rikaru, an average businessman who gets captured by pirates. He decides to join the crew after a negotiation goes awry, as he's curious to live the harsh yet adventurously eventful life the other pirates lead. Shaman King. A franchise that started in 1998 with the serialized manga, the anime adaptation of Shaman King began in 2001, with the reboot of the series debuting in 2021. The main character, Yoa Sakura, has to walk a fine line between the living and the dead in order to embrace his destiny and become the Shaman King. It has the same playful and comedic style as Cowboy Bebop and uses a mix of Japanese aesthetics along with the modern science fiction angle from Cowboy Bebop. It has a strong mystical flair for those that like occult anime similar to Soul Eater or Bleach. Bacchanal. Those who enjoyed the uber-stylish fight scenes in Cowboy Bebop need not look further than Bacchanal. Much like Bebop, this anime is jam-packed with action scenes galore. The show is also set in 1930s Chicago, and it's been lauded for its enrapturing, period-accurate score. It tells the stories of the adventures of Sillard and his aide Dennis, who are on the hunt for missing bottles that contain the elixir for immortality. The main story arc isn't all there is, however, with many side stories padding out the overall plot. Psycho Pass. The most appealing factors to Cowboy Bebop is that its main protagonist is so well written, likable, and fleshed out. Viewers learn much about his past, and, throughout the show, Spike is shown to be somewhat of an anti-hero. Psycho Pass also features an extremely well-written protagonist. Moreover, the show's setting is familiar in that it's both futuristic and has a distinct noir feel to it. Psycho Pass's plot, in a nutshell, is about a new police force that determines the state of mind of citizens before they even commit a crime. Of course, much like Minority Report, this sort of system does not come without its faults. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click on the bell icon to get new video updates.